Welcome along then to Season 4. Williams closing in on this championship. As you can see down the left hand side, we are comfortably ahead of Red Bull, with Ferrari now struggling way behind in P3. Look at Haas in P4, Mercedes only P5, which is madness. Even McLaren down in 7th. Drivers' Championship, we need to get Theo ahead of Max Verstappen, but as you can see, he's not too far behind Max as it is. But we're getting ready for Singapore. We're going to hope for the absolute best in this one. We need the points because we're not far off absolutely dominating this championship. To get our target set, we're not spending too much money at the moment because, well, we don't plan potentially on doing another season with Williams. Why? Because if we win the championship, we've done everything we need to do. So we don't need to go on and continue. But we're off to Singapore. Can we get another win under our belt? It would be absolutely amazing if we can. And maybe we can just wrap up this championship sooner rather than later. Here we go. Singapore. Let's check the weather before we do our setup. It is heavy rain for practice, but it looks like dry in qualifying and the race, which we will be back for. So here we go then. We're in to qualifying as we try and go and score big pole position in this session. We're going to send both cars early. We don't expect there to be an issue when it comes to timing round here, so we'll send both cars, and this track will improve as it goes on because of the rubber is currently low, but we're the only ones out there. It's almost like we're missing a trick here. But we're going to come through anyway. We're going to do a 1:28.0. Porsche 4 tenths back. That might be okay to get us through though. But that Williams livery looking nice here in Singapore. So the track is ramping up, and you can just see Porsche on used tyres has gone into P2. So we just sent him out for another lap. Verstappen 4 tenths clear at the moment, so well ahead for Verstappen as he looks to try and put a fight in for this championship. But who's going out then? Danny Rick, Piastri, Zhou Guanyu, Albon and De Vries all going out. Both Aston Martins really struggling this season. That is a huge shock, but they're out and we are in to Q2. Probably try and do the same again. We'll probably go one lap here and see if we can just make it without any dramas. Try and save a set of tyres. So we'll go round, we'll be on board for the last laps, remember, in Q3. And let's see. Clear lap ahead of us, that's good. We're obviously going to go purple and green, being one of the first cars out here. So 1:28.0. Oh my god, Porsche so far off the pace yet again. He's got to go again. And we've got a red flag. There is a red flag in Q2. We just sent Porsche as well for a lap. Let's take a look. Haas of Richard Verschoor loses it. Oh, a little bit of a crash. Rear wing smashed to bits. That's a little bit annoying because we just sent Theo. And now we're going to have to do the same again. You can just see there. 91%. It should be good on them tyres to do a better lap. Let's send him first, as we'll get going again. Grip and rubber. Rubber is very low though. That's the problem now we've got. Porsche is only 5th. Let's send him on these used tyres. See if he can at least improve. And then if the rubber comes back up, we can move on to a better, newer compound. Doesn't improve through the first sector. Doesn't improve through the second. Not going to improve at all. P5 for Porsche. I think he might be safe. I think the grip and the rubber is too low here. I'm not going to risk it. I don't think it's strong enough. You can see everyone doing really slow lap times. Porsche is down to 7th, and look at that. Gasly, Norris, Sainz. Looks like Drugovich could be out as well. No, Drugovich just gets through, puts Bottas out, and we were good. It was the rubber going very low in the end which saved us and saved Porsche. Into Q3 then. Here we go. Time to see what we can do. Verstappen's had the advantage so far as we look to try. I mean, rubber's still very low. We're not going to set amazing lap time here until the rubber does move up a little bit. We're going to let these race round for a minute or so just to see if the rubber does change. Let's send now. And let's send now. So we'll do one quick lap, and then we will go again. Pourchaire and Stroll going to get a nice clean lap in here. We hope the rubber changed, but it hasn't. And where are we going to go? Verstappen 28.2 while out front. 28.2 for Stroll. What about Pourchaire? 6 tenths. Why is Pourchaire so bad? He's awful round here at the moment. Don't understand how he's so bad. Now we're going to come into the pits. We're going to obviously go again. So reconfigure some new soft tyres. Pourchaire has just been not on the pace at all. Only P7 is mad. Now it's a minute and 28. Let's send now. So Pourchaire is out there. Let's send Stroll. And we're going to go on board first of all with Pourchaire. So qualifying comes down to this then, ladies and gentlemen. Pourchaire got to get himself improving. That rubber's still very low though. That might still just affect it. As now Leclerc goes fastest, 2 tenths quick. Oh no, just quicker, isn't it? But that will be the last lap that he's got available to him. Stroll and Pourchaire now going to come through and start their lap shortly. We need improvement. Leclerc stuck it on pole. Don't think there's any penalties as well either. So we've got to do this the proper way. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see ya. Let's see ya as we get racing. Come on, Pourchaire. Good lap needed. As we hit the line and we are off. Stroll's got clear air ahead of him. We've got cars ahead of us, but hopefully they don't get in the way. There is a couple of cars, as you can see, in the distance. Coming through the first sector, that car gets out of the way nicely, and it's green. It's a 27.0. That could be a good sector. We'll find out. Because now we've got another car ahead. It's purple, 26.9. It was a good sector from Pourchaire. But where does he lose his time? He's been losing it all the time. He might get a good slipstream here as he comes through. What's he going to do through sector 2? 36.9. What about Stroll, though, when he comes through? Is Pourchaire in the mix? 36.9 it is for Stroll. 36.8. Pourchaire's here. Is thereabouts. Here goes Pourchaire across the line. Up to P5. Only P5. Ah, man. What about Stroll, though? Verstappen's pipped just to P2. We are going to get back. Just miss out on P1. Leclerc takes pole position in Singapore. Oh, Pourchaire down to 6th. He just didn't have the pace today in qualifying. Look at that. He's a good 4 tenths off pole position. That is not great from Pourchaire. Not great. Really strange running by him. Stroll, obviously, the difference maker already. So, we can go a 1-stop. I don't really like that, so I think it's a 2-stop way here. Soft, medium. That soft does not last to the end, though. That's pretty tough. Let's move out a little bit. This is going to be a very tough 2-stop. I don't think I can go hards. Could go medium. Can extend the mediums out. Maybe put on a set of softs. Pretty difficult strategy here. Feel like I've got to do that. Let's go with that. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe we should be going hards in this. We can change to hards later in the race if we feel like it's going to be needing to. But we're going to start this race. P2 and P6. Come on, boys. Final checks have been carried out on the grid, and it won't come on. Need a good start against Charles Leclerc, who is P1 for Leclerc. It's P2 and P6 for us as we get racing here in Singapore. We are away. We go on board, and it's not a bad start from Stroll, but he's going to be a medium tyre ahead. Pourchaire down to P7, up to P6 now. He's managed just to squeak ahead as we now watch, and it is carnage. There is Stroll chasing Leclerc. We're going to put him on high aggression. We're going to put high aggression as well for Pourchaire. So P7, P6, swapping around all the time. There they are. That is why. Up the inside. Who's going to hold their nerve? And it looks like we are just going to survive. And Pourchaire is going to stay in P6. Yes, he is. Pourchaire stays ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. Stroll all over the back of this medium tyre Leclerc, and we're going to keep them pushing because we want to get past. We're going to be a lot quicker at this stage of the Grand Prix. Pourchaire right on the back of Russell now as well. Russell is on medium tyres too. And what about Stroll? Down the straight we go. Remember, no DRS early on in this race. So we're going to just keep in line with what we can do. Pourchaire right behind Russell. Got to find a move though. We've already dropped Verstappen. Verstappen is on softs and we've already dropped him by 1.2 seconds. That is music to our ears, look. As here goes Stroll again. Is he going to get through? No, he's not. Can't get through, but DRS is about to come. And that's a move on the inside. That could be a move, and it is a move. Is he going to keep the lead? Yes, he is. We are in to the lead with our man Stroll. Now, I'm going to cut down. Expect Leclerc to come back at us here. But remember, he is on medium tyres. Here comes a move, though, for Pourchaire. DRS up to P5. And looks like Stroll just holds out ahead. So we're going to cut these down now. We're going to top up as we look to protect. We've got 3 temps ahead. Actually, what I might do is I might just see if I can push a little bit on the tyres out of that corner. 4 temps. ERS needing to be saved. Here comes Leclerc back at us. We should get good traction, though, off the soft tyres. We are just ahead, though. Leclerc's got the inside line that turns into our inside line. Who's going to stay ahead, though? Red Bull Leclerc doesn't get ahead. We also get DRS. And they are really, really battling us. It's DRS-driven Red Bulls here. Look at them go. We are holding off. Leclerc coming back at us with DRS. And I think he's just going to get us here. And he is. Max Verstappen's coming hard now. And here goes Max Verstappen straight through. We do try and hold it. Maybe they're just pushing a little bit more. And we have to settle here for P3. Where has this Red Bull pace just suddenly come from? Because maybe they're still pushing. I mean, they are on 83 and 84, but they have squeaked ahead. Verstappen all over the back of Leclerc. Be nice if they took each other out, that's for sure. But let's see. Can the Red Bulls do some damage to each other? Stroll's now lost a second. That is some serious pace by the cars ahead. We're going to try and keep DRS. I don't know if we have. We have kept DRS. So we can top up as we close the gap and the Red Bulls go at each other. We have closed up nicely here. Pourchaire, P7 again. Oh my God, Le Pourchaire. Not having a race to remember at the moment. Yuki is on the soft tyres though. And Pourchaire's actually got good tyre management here. 84%. As Stroll's got DRS again, closes up on Leclerc. So Verstappen has moved ahead of Leclerc here as we try and just look after these tyres. Let's move it to light, see if we can extend. What about while we're in here? Let's extend as well. Extending will help us in our pursuit as we look to try and close the gap. Leclerc is going to get DRS, but so are we as we go down the straight. Do we have enough speed to get through? No, we don't. Lap 6, we're still behind. We was still behind, but now we're attacking again. Back end of lap 6, we did give it a go. It's not going to be a move. We're going to go to the outside though, and are we going to get the move? Pourchaire's got DRS too. Just can't find a way, but maybe now we can. As we go up the inside, we are back ahead of Charles Leclerc into P2. Pourchaire looking after his tyres as well. This is pretty nicely doing so far. Lap 16, pace is not good. Red Bulls just seem so strong round here at the moment. They are increasingly going forward. 3.3 seconds. Leclerc is now chasing us down on these medium tyres. There is just nothing we can really do against them. Now, Pourchaire is 12 seconds off the lead. He's just got past Yuki Tsunoda, but he's got 4 temps. I might just start trying to look after them tyres. We are looking after them. I might just push and try and get ahead and out of that DRS zone. You can see there he is. Try and get him just behind Ocon would be nice. But Stroll just doesn't seem to have the pace as here comes the Red Bull, and the Red Bull does get back past us. Just not getting through here. I feel like we could do with a hard tyre stint really, because I mean Leclerc is in. Leclerc pits. That's an early stop on the medium tyres, very early stop. As now we top up again because we're going to extend with Porsche. We are ahead of Leclerc. Leclerc's going to come out in a bit of traffic, I'd have thought. Yeah, it's a very early stop from what I think was the medium tyres. And he comes back out. Where is he going to come back out? There's Carlos Sainz. He doesn't get ahead. He's got a little bit of a gap and he's on soft tyres. Stroll 3.3. Porsche is just sitting within DRS now. What do we do here though? I can't see us running the hards. Giovinazzi's on the hards. Maybe we can run the hards. I think it's going to be beneficial to run the hards. But let's give it an attack on the tyres. We'll pit earlier, we'll run the hards, and then we'll come back for softs at the end. I think that's probably going to be the easiest way. Unless we can just coast out some mediums quite nicely. It's difficult. It's difficult to know what to do here. Porsche's P5. He's right behind these two now. He's just conserving. Look at the tyre management. Very nice for Porsche here. And he's just sitting behind these two. So we're going to get Stroll in. Stroll in. We have got just the tyres that are at temperature. Now Verstappen pits as well. So we're not that far behind. Porsche is looking good here. And we're going to actually push him now because he's up to P2. Where is Verstappen? We've jumped Verstappen. Verstappen's gone slower in the pit lane. He's had a bad stop. No, he hasn't. What? I thought that... Ah! Was that Porsche going... No! We just got on it! No! We're just seeing that live.
There's a yellow flag now.
What's happened? Huh? Is it Stroll?
Right, let's
Ocon?
now at turn 7.
What is going on? I swear we are just ahead. Oh! Big accident. And Porsche looks like he got away with it. He's got some minor suspension damage. And he's got a 5-second penalty. Wow. Thanks for that, team. I thought we just got ahead of Verstappen. We haven't. I don't understand.
We need to focus on the energy now.
That was strange.
Okay.
Maybe the camera angle just completely gone against me there. But Stroll will top up with. We've got the mediums in, so we're just going to cruise now. We're going to use a bit of fuel. Porsche is out front. And you can see Stroll has got a lot to do. But Porsche has got some work to do. He's extending nicely. He lost a bit of tyre, unfortunately. Look, you can see that dip in the tyres. We've got another yellow flag out there, but that's now ended. That was for Sonoda running wide. That helps us. So we are going to extend. We've got Stroll. Look at Verstappen's pace. It's ridiculous at the moment. Absolutely ridiculous. But I feel like I need to go a bit light on these tyres. There is the Red Bull. Remember, Porsche a little bit out of sync here. Look at that. He lost 5 seconds on that lap then. That is madness. But we're going to extend. We was extending nicely until that point.
It's not going to be long now, mate.
And we're just going to hold it and see what happens. Stroll up to P4 as there's a pit for Norris. And he's just cruising round at the moment. I kind of feel like we've handed Red Bull the win here. Really do. So Porsche, about to come in the pits, is going to have a 5-second penalty, which is going to absolutely fling him back. But we are going to be on some nicer set of soft tyres, which we might just bring in slowly. You can see Stroll currently now, wow, 9.6 off Verstappen. We've just got no... I mean, I know I've been looking after tyres. You can see I've got 5% better than Verstappen. It's just Porsche, look at that. P16 after that 5-second penalty. This midfield are so close together. This is going to be difficult. I'm going to leave it on standard and protect. Stroll. That Red Bull is so fast. So Leclerc has pitted, but he's only come out about 14 seconds behind us, which is slightly annoying. Stroll, we're just trying to extend that stint so he can run the softs nicely at the end. So we are trying. We're going to deploy all of the ERS now just to give us a few laps and bring the gap down, and then we'll go to conserve it again. Pourchaire is 2 seconds behind at the moment. We're not pushing the soft tyres. We'll do that at the end. We are just going to use the ERS again and try and close the gaps. You can see 12.3 Stroll at the moment, and it's hovering around that 12.2, 12.3. We'll use this ERS though to really see what we can do. And you can see Pourchaire is actually gaining on Drogovic now in the Haas. We've got no pit stops at the moment. So I'm going to go light on the tyres but push the ERS. I really want to just try and eat these out. 11.4 you can see is the gap. Pourchaire's got a good chance here of DRS past Drogovic. Moves to the right hand side. Gets through. Come on. Recovery drive well and truly underway for Pourchaire. He will disappear hopefully. Stroll looking 10.7 seconds now as the gap. So just trying to push, keeping the tyres nicely warm. Look, you can see that stint just extending out nicely here. We're going to top up again from there. Pourchaire has dropped Drogovic by a second, so we can continue that on. He'll go to softs later on. Got to keep at this though. Got to try and just hope we can do enough to get on them soft tyres. Verstappen will have to go to medium. Well, he'll have to probably go to softs himself. He might be vulnerable at the end unless he goes to hards. So this could be all to play for. You never know. So Verstappen pits, and that leaves Stroll out in the lead, but is only 2.8 seconds against the hard tyre of Leclerc, who's absolutely coming at us. We have well extended into this stint. What we're going to do now is we are going to go on attack laps and then try and come back for softs, try and come back against the field. Pourchaire is in 5th on that 40%. So I think another lap maybe for him. We're going to have 2 laps of Stroll here. 1.8 though, that hard tyre looking very fast, but maybe we can do a bit faster on the softs. What did Verstappen go? He went softs. That's a bit of a stretch though, I feel. And look at that, we've well extended. We could be very quick on these soft tyres here at the end. Stroll's P1, but that's going to change. Look at that, Leclerc's absolutely chasing us down here. Look at, there they are. There they are. So this lap, soft tyres. Just going to look after everything still. Pourchaire probably can do one more lap himself. He's got really good fuel here. He's got Russell right behind him though, so we'll go for him as well. We've tried it. We've tried everything we could to get back. Red Bull just seem so quick right now. Look at that, hard tyres. I know we're on 35%. They've absolutely cruised up to us. Verstappen's 13 seconds behind, so that's how quick Leclerc's suddenly become in this race. Pourchaire's just been passed by Russell, and now we're going to get into the pits. Need a good stop though. Remember, Pourchaire hurt by that 5 seconds. Let's see if we can just see. Verstappen's already gone past. There he goes. Is it a good stop? It's okay. 3.5. Pourchaire is now in as well. So we're out on the softs. We should be pretty quick on these soft tyres. We're going to just get these in very nicely. Pourchaire, it's similar stop, but it's only P13. Look, oh, could he get even worse here? We've got the Mercedes in between the Mercedes, who are struggling massively this season, and we're going to cut down. So we're going to leave these for a lap. Let them come up nicely, as already these soft tyres bring us past Valtteri Bottas. Nice little move. 25 seconds we are behind. 25 seconds. Madness. We're never going to game that up. I don't know how Leclerc suddenly got so far ahead of Verstappen. Like 10.5 seconds. That's crazy. We've also got the other Mercedes. Didn't see... Well, no we didn't. We already had that one. We've seen that happen. So as Stroll just looks after his power unit, hopefully he can start bringing down the gap. Both on 87. How we... Oh, it's because we're unused. That extra tyres that I thought we'd have, not really going to pay dividend for us. We are going to do a fastest lap attempt though. when we've got this ERS up to good. To try and come back, we've got fast laps coming everywhere. Norris, Russell, all getting very decent lap times on the board. We're going to attack with Porsche. We don't care. We need it. We want the constructors at least. We're not going to catch Leclerc. Verstappen's got him down to 4.8, and I think they'll swap round as well. We are trying to put in good sectors here. We've gone green for Stroll, and through the middle purple, so we might get a point back at this rate. But we're trying to close it. Porsche's gone green so far, and as we come across the line, we've hurdled that gap down a little bit. 10 laps to go. We have managed to get that gap down to 15. It is absolutely nowhere at the moment. We just cannot catch it. Porsche's going to come over the line. Let's see what sort of lap time he does. And he sets the fastest lap. So I don't mind taking it from Stroll. It's only 1 point. I think we're okay as well. But that Red Bull is stupidly quick at the moment, and there's not a lot we can do about it either. Well, that didn't help. Max Verstappen has just took the fastest lap of the race back. So maybe we need to top up and go again with Stroll. That's a little bit annoying. Porsche's only 10th though. That 5-second stop really hurted him. Verstappen now hits the... How has Verstappen still got 66% tyres? I will never know. These two need to take each other out or something. And I don't think it's going to be the case. Ah, we just can't gain. We can't gain. 15.6 still. Just cannot gain off them at all. So I'm going to try and take it again. I'm going to try and take the fastest lap back from His Royal Highness Max Verstappen. Are we going to get DRS to help us down this straight? Yes, we are. Porsche is 9th, 2.7 seconds. Let's deploy, see if we can catch Gasly. It's been a shocker in Singapore. A Singapore shocker. And Red Bull are taking the front two positions. Absolutely going to take huge points are the Red Bull team. We are catching the Alfa Romeo. Hopefully it moves out of the way. It does. Don't know if we want a fastest lap. We've got yellow in the middle sector. Let's come off the fuel. We've gave it all we've got. I don't think it's going to be good enough for a fastest lap. It's not. Last lap, we have not had the pace. Not had the pace at all for some reason in Singapore. We have got Porsche though fighting away here, trying to get back to P9. We have got the gap down to 8 seconds for Leclerc. It's not going to come. It's not going to. But we are harvesting with Porsche to try and get an extra point. That gap is tumbling. It's not going to tumble quick enough because Stroll's already halfway round the track. Because Porsche goes past Gasly into P8. One to forget, I'm afraid, in Singapore. It was not our day. We are bad out of tyres. Verstappen takes it. Leclerc is across. We could not compete with Red Bull. They followed the same strategy. They were just so quicker. Porsche looking like he's going to come home in P8, just trying to fend off this Ocon who's coming back at us. Are we going to be able to keep this position? It'll be the icing on the cake if we don't, I'll tell you that. We are going to keep the position. It is P8 for Porsche.
That's checkered flag. P8.
Not good. Not good.
Have to say, George Russell looked excellent out there.
Well, look at that. That sums up Ferrari's season. Ferrari have got points and they are happy. It's almost like Williams when they used to get a point. Wow, that really shows. Stroll, only P3. Red Bull 1-2. I mean, it's damage limitation. It's not great in the constructors though. Red Bull are going to take some points. It's not good. There you go. Stroll, 11 points down from Verstappen on that race alone. He closes the gap to 97, 98 points. Theo loses massively and now has to watch over his shoulder. Big gap. Still a big gap, but they've closed at ease in that race. Singapore was not good. Look at that. We were all over the place the whole weekend. Slightly annoying. We've got to hold on though. Can we hold on to the championship? We're off to round 17 at Japan.